And as we surrender now into this time together in thanksgiving for this time and fellowship in recognition of that which is our God within us, we breathe deep. Yaraviliyama halebeke rundara khamuya televishne kelium burutara khamuya avramir kutarayana abun sul ilmiye shunur kutarakmiya. And as we open our hearts into this time, it's just, I have an intention within my heart of the words that Yeshua spoke when he said to receive all things in blessing. And the word all that he chose in the Aramaic word can be interpreted as nothing but all, being all inclusive. The only way that we can receive all things in blessing is if we truly understand the spiritual nature of things that are going on in the background and the nature of our calling upon this earth. That we are here to participate with God in the restoration of all things lost to God's presence, lost to the holy recognition of God's design, and that we are blessed in the holy opportunity to participate within this calling. In that, we can look at every situation we encounter as a blessed and holy opportunity to either participate in the celebration of joy that is God's presence, or to witness those things that are not of God and relinquish them to God. So it's not about looking upon things as broken, damaged, or any form of disruptiveness. It is all things become instruments of revelation. So if we could just open our hearts, remembering that God's presence is here to guide us. Yeshua's presence is here to protect all within. And for any voices that may hear this, or any ears that may hear these voices in the days to come, that they would be protected to hear that which God intends for them, to be moved to greater understanding in our role throughout the spiritual process that is unfolding upon this earth. As Yeshua stated, that all things we see of corruption that manifest upon the earth begin first in the order of principalities, the spiritual realm, the small s, spiritual. Capital S, spirit, being God, small s, spiritual, being the lesser influences. How do we measure these influences? We should be able to receive all things in blessing, including the things that do not reflect the nature of our God being perfection, love, holiness, purity, sanctity, peace, provision, protection, divine in all aspects. And for anything that rises that does not reflect those natures, that is our calling to look upon them, that we have been blessed to recognize and know God's presence within us and see that which does not reflect God and surrender it to God in blessing. So as Yeshua spoke, we breathe deep. And we receive all things we witness in blessing. Yalvian yeliomea kromonoso, boriotra mio yeriama, daracum yorio, abun lavayana cunye. Abun lai maderum, boriotra cunye la mayan dariacuyu. Lalabiolne cungalo, Vaya Schneilom yo. Tulienye kamunye kaye amunye la kungor Yesu. Yahweh Elohim mileye kemalakuta reviesmai shonye de klabediesme sipiesh no kurur kundrachum botara chamuria katari bela. Yahweh, we offer thanksgiving to know that all things that we witness that are not of your spirit throughout this day past, that we submit ourselves before you now to relinquish all ties we may have formed to it. That anything that we could define as disturbing or unsettling is now moved to a state of blessing within you, and we are freed from these words. All things that we witness through this process, through COVID-19, we pray for each person that they would be shifted into this awareness of your divine presence and relinquish any holds they have upon fear, fear of provision, fear of stagnation, fear of sickness. May they be moved in holy trust, welcoming in the very presence of your spirit. As we breathe as one, we are freed from the words of our past. We trust, we know, we are one in Abun. As the breath of our living God flows through us, we are the measure and experience of his life manifested through each and every one of our cells. We come before our loving Creator offering thanksgiving for the gift of forgiveness, so that all things we witness can be surrendered before the perfect, loving embrace of our God and Creator. We are one and we breathe as one. Hablan lakma ahlan nalamayan namer kundrochom doye nere kora miakum onye karalama siserietu yeshnum. If we have known anybody to wrong us in our past, may we look through their actions to see the spiritual motivation that governed them, to recognize and know God's presence and see healing upon that experience of our past, that we can receive in blessing all that we experienced with them and relinquish any ties we have formed to that experience as God's presence reaches through to bring healing to those who may have wronged us. As we breathe as one, Yalvian yele cumbio shoyelam, botir kayan reamusum, olyelam munirokolo ye. Yahweh, we surrender that the very sight within our being would be transformed, that we might see your presence within all people we encounter, to be able to look through the spiritual experiences we witness upon this earth, to find and discover your presence within the midst, and relinquish anything that does not reflect your nature. May we be blessed in the remembrance that we have been called to this ground specifically for this purpose. And may we immerse ourselves fully in the power that you have given us through your holy love, your divine wisdom, clarity, and peace. We breathe as one. Abun lai maile Mikelien, Durokoye Funyoro, Torianere Kalyamu. We are complete, we are whole, as the living presence of God manifests and makes known within each and every one of ourselves, the holy and divine order of our being, pure, manifesting that which is God within. We are peace, we are love, we breathe as one. We center ourselves first upon the living breath that is Yahweh Elohim, and we breathe deep. We complete this prayer of meditation, centering upon the name that is Yahshua, the living flesh and full manifestation of God's presence. We breathe deep. We complete this last breath that is the living breath, the first breath in every bit of our existence, and the first breath from this moment forward in Abun. The tone and vibration given to us by Yeshua to touch upon the living breath and Spirit of God within us. Aunir kolama tiene tandaracham uresh nudleranda kitan moetravashna. Yahweh, I thank you to bring blessing upon each person in this call at this time. For a deep, holy, restorative sleep, free to know the life-giving breath of your spirit within every moment of rest, that there would be a sevenfold sleep upon each person. And for every moment they touch the depth of delta sleep, breaking through REM into the full purity of your presence, may it be magnified like 7 to their bodies for both physical healing, soulful restoration, and the perfect integration of spirit, soul, and body as one to reflect your glory in this day to come. We praise you and thank you. Breathing deep. Amen.
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 Thank you. Beautiful. Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams, Pamela.